the view of friendship had completely been transformed. It was friendship with myself first. I had never been thinking about friendship with myself. I was very competitive. I was always looking for perfection, but I never thought about myself as I have to be friends with me.
Right now, I'm like more calm and composed. Don't get angry that often, right? And then feel energetic throughout the day. And it has gotten a lot of self-discipline in me.
This is the first year in the many years of gardening. I was completely there and enjoying the process, even the process of weeding. It just amazed me. And even with the kids, I have so much more patience. And I'm already seeing the energy of the house has changed. So I'm really, really grateful and thankful.
Namaste. Very good morning. Good evening, dear friends and masters. You might have guessed that, there is some delay for Chandra sir in joining. So we will be going for the meditation first, but being the emotional intelligence week, I would just like to share my experience, because I can very much relate to this emotional intelligence. The biggest benefit I feel I have got through meditation is by emotional intelligence only. I no longer panic in any kind of adverse situation, and I am much more calmer. As we say, practice pause before you respond. Yes, I can happily say that I can implement this in my life. Recently, this type of incident had happened in my life. I was to invite some speaker, as I do in our Saturday section. So that particular person was very busy. He didn't even recognize. He was so busy who he was talking to. He just hung up, and to my utmost surprise, I was as cool as cucumber. It simply didn't occur to me that yes, he had simply hung up the call and I was completely ignored. Had it been before meditation, oh my God, the hell has broken loose and I was kind of ignored. But now that is no longer the case. Yes, the 4 agreements principle, that be impeccable with your words and then just mind your own business. I would say, don't become judgmental. Don't be judgmental. Don't assume. Don't go for the pre-assumptions. I also don't assume. And most importantly, dear friends and masters, I believe I no longer now give explanations. I feel my consciousness is clear. It's okay. It's waste of simply my energy if I give undue explanations. Yes, I have been benefited, and each day is a learning for me, but it is better. It is always easier said than done. We know so many things in principle, but how to implement in our day-to-day life, that is what makes the difference. So we will be going for the meditation practice. Sir will be joining by then. So dear friends, shall we go for the practice? And I must say about that, my favorite lines as an inspiration from Patriji sir. ना कोई सोच होगी, ना कोई विचार आएगा, जब सांसों के साथ दोस्ती होगी और सांसों के साथ masti hogi. So dear friends, let's continue our masti with breath. We will go for the meditation track. Thank you.
dear friends. Keep your hands on your chest area. Keep your hands on your chest area. With your eyes closed, specs removed, rest your attention on your breath and on your sacred heart. Take a slow, long, relaxing breath. And can you feel your beautiful heart? Breathe more of that slow, long, relaxing breath and feel that seed of all emotions which is nurturing all life. With this love energy, with this gratitude energy. With a greater love for life, with a greater passion for life. Feel your heart center. I want you to recollect a moment from your life where you experienced enormous love, gratitude, compassion, appreciation, or any heightened emotion. And can you feel that emotions of love? Our gratitude inside your beautiful heart. Relive that moment from your life and feel more of that energy inside your beautiful heart. The more you experience, that emotion, the more you're becoming one with all things and everybody in that experience. We're all deeply interconnected with each other. Deep inside, we are specks of energy. the nature of the universe is to experience that connectedness with love, with gratitude, with compassion and care. Feel it. And at this time, let's go into breath mindfulness meditation with your fingers into fingers, resting your hands comfortably in your lap. Observe your normal, natural in-breath and the out-breath, dear friends. We are going into powerful group meditation. We are going into breath mindfulness meditation. We observe our normal, natural in-breath and the out-breath for the whole duration. Be with your breath. No forceful inhalation, no forceful exhalation. Observe just that natural, normal, soft in-breath and the out-breath. Our goal is to empty our mind. Our goal is to merge into that greater emptiness, that quantum. Be with your breath. Become one with the in-breath and the warm out-breath. When we observe our breath, our mind becomes empty. When we observe our breath, our mind becomes empty. When the mind is empty, we channelize all that energy into the generous present moment. We allow our body to function at its natural best. We develop greater immunity. Be with your breath. Become one with that in-breath and the warm out-breath, dear friends. And tell yourself to slowly and slowly become empty of all thoughts in your mind. yourself to merge into your breath and allow yourself to slowly and slowly become empty of all thoughts in your mind. As your mind is becoming empty, can you feel any sensations in your body? Can you sense energies in any part of your body or all around your body? Be with your breath and observe your in-breath and the out-breath, dear friends. yourself. Allow yourself to become totally empty of all thoughts in your mind. As the mind is empty, become aware of that emptiness inside of you, all around you. We are less matter, more emptiness and energy. When we are empty of all thought, we experience that greater emptiness of no body, no thing, in no place and no time. Find yourself in thought, gently go back to observing your breath and slowly find that emptiness. Emptiness is energy. This is the quantum energy field with unlimited waves of possibilities or experiences. We stay in this field of energy, the more we receive from it, the more open we become to the possibilities, dear friends. Stay aware of that emptiness as no body and allow yourself to stay connected to this energy. Remember, we are less matter, more energy. Allow yourself to stay away from your body, to stay away from your life, and become a witness. Become that awareness. And connecting to this emptiness, that lightness, that energy. The longer we experience this unlimited, this unpredictable, the more we experience miracles in our life. Allow yourself to merge into this emptiness of yourself, where everybody and everything are connected. Receives that quantum consciousness, your greater self. Go deeper and deeper into that emptiness in your breath and allow yourself to experience your wholeness again. The longer we experience this light, this energy, the more we are becoming of it, the more we experience it whole. To find yourself in thought, go back to observing your breath and merge into that breath to find that emptiness, dear friends. Friends, let's express gratitude. Gratitude is a high state of receivership. Can you be grateful to your parents for giving us this beautiful connection to this universe? Express your deep gratitude to your parents. Be grateful to your family, your friends, your relatives, your colleagues, and everybody for helping us learn so many things. Be grateful to all your teachers and mentors for expanding your knowledge and wisdom. Be grateful to this grand nature, the bird, the fish, and the animals, the planets, of stars, being an integral part of our life. Be grateful to all the things we use, the technology, the places we visit, your companies, your governments, your institutes, and the systems that make our life so comfortable. Be grateful to yourself for caring for you, for caring for others. Be grateful to this greater intelligence, that quantum field, for allowing us to experience so much more in this life. Gratitude is the ultimate state of receivership. Relax your body. Feel your body. Relax yourself and let your autonomous nervous system repair your body. As you relax, recollect your experience from the session. How did you feel? What did you see? What have you experienced? And whenever you're ready, you can keep your hands on your eyes for 5 seconds, and then you may open your eyes. Wonderful. Hope you enjoyed the session. Here at Dubai. It was great. We had a session yesterday at full moon night, beautifully organized in the outdoors by Mr. Pratap Gauru and Sudha Madam. We're glad to connect with some members who were there. Is Satish there? Yes, there you go. We're always joining here this program at 4:30 a.m. And he was there too yesterday. We have more programs every day. That feels good. Some of them we are seeing meeting first time. Always like, I thought Satish should look different. He looked something else. After 1 year, 1.5 years that I'm meeting him. But good, we had a good outdoor meditation that they organized. Moon is overlooking us. We are doing this full moon meditation. We have a small change in the program. Pari is joining next week. So we'll complete the understanding of emotional intelligence today. Before that, I will see our good friend Sheetal here from Atlanta, who has done a tremendous amount of touring in India. I'll have her speak. But Satish, your first group meditation after a long time with Bodhasi, what do you feel?
Everyone.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead. Are you able to hear him?
Yeah.
Yes, I'm asking you to share your experience from yesterday.
Yes, it is outdoor.
It's very low, isn't it? The voice?
Maybe my
Yes.
check for the. Is it okay now?
Yeah, you have to speak louder.
Just a second, I'll get my headphones on here.
In the meanwhile, yes, Sheetal, great to see you there. You're back to US?
Yes, sir. I'm back to US last week. It was a really wonderful vacation for me, 2 months to India for wedding, and then I attended Dhyana Jagath, and then I spent very good time in Pyramid Bangalore Valley. Yeah, a lot of great things I have experienced during that time. And after practicing visiting India, visiting family has become more joy. And since this is Emotional Intelligence Week, I really enjoyed, I was going to India with people, with family, but my experience now versus then was totally different. Very, very joyful experience. Wherever I was going, I was finding just love and peace. And people are so beautiful, so loving and caring, and really wonderful experience. I never felt this way before. This time I was really happy, and I'm so glad I came to Buddha's Evo office and I met many of our friends and a very, very great feeling going to the office and seeing the office, spending time there, meditating with you all was really amazing. The energy in the office is like, I would request everyone to go and experience the meditation there. It is really amazing, and the people are there, very loving and caring, and I felt really happy, sir. Very happy connecting with all our Buddha CEO members. Some I could meet, some I could not, but yes, I have met Shanti Priya and Ananti Madam and our Anusha Madam, Veena Madam, and then Ramesh, everyone. Most of them I was meet, and it was really great feeling, sir.
That's great, Sheetal. Meditation is giving us a lot many new friends. If emotional intelligence week, I mentioned, it is about friendship. It's forming those great friends for life, friends forever. Because we are reminded of our purpose when we meet other meditators. There's the connection, instant connection from the lifetimes gets formed. That's what I'm experiencing too, Sheetal, here. I didn't know who Pratap Gauri or Sudharao 2 years ago. But when we stay with them, it is as if they are like family members, however close you are. So definitely, all Buddha CEO members, when you are traveling, please make those connections in the groups, and then contact them, and other meditators, they will be happy to receive you, spend time with you. We share our stories, exchange. It was different before. So first thing when you go to a place, you think about, okay, which hotel I stay. But now it's different. Now you think of and say, which place I can go. And the same love and joy, reciprocation from everybody to everybody. That's where we're going to go. That's where naturally we are going to go. Patriji taught this too much in exchanging experiences and then spending time with a new meditator coming in town, hosting them, learning everything from them. Because we are seeing everyone is no less than the other, and then everyone as equal as a consciousness itself. Yes, Anusha. Thank you, Sheetal, for sharing that. We were very happy to have you. We wish to have you for 10 days in foundation, but you came only for 2 days. So we're not happy that way. So next time we have to compensate for it. Okay. All right. Yes, Satish is back. Satish, yeah.
Yeah. Good morning, everyone. It was a so wonderful session we had yesterday, and after 2.5 years, I could meet my friends who are in touch with me, since 15 years, and it was very, very, we were so happy that we could able to, even though it is a small group, and during the full moon session, full moon day, we had a session, and we were so happy that we could see Chandra sir in person, and even Sudharao Garu and Pratap Garu had conducted very nicely, arranged the event. In a short time, actually, it was planned, but even though it was mentioned it as a draft in the initial stages, but it was happened just miraculously, like it was happened, the event. And even tomorrow, Saturday and Sunday also, there is a 2-day session which is programmed. So I hope that everything is also goes well. And when it comes to the yesterday's meditation, it was full under the full moon we had, and it was full of energies, and everyone was so happy. And that's all. Thank you.
Thank you, Satish.
Thank you.
It gave me immense pleasure to be there and doing a first session abroad. That was yesterday evening. And it doesn't matter where we are doing, how many is not the matter. The interest with which we all got together, that mattered. And one person, 20 or 30 didn't matter. One heart at a time. We love Karen Rekha for it. One heart at a time. And teaching meditation are not a number game at all. It's not a number game. Yes, it is great if more people are there, but when we are introducing, when we are starting, it is always like anything else. Meditation is never linear. The process of meditation, neither the experiences, nor our learning, nor our teaching to others is never going to be linear. It's not a linear curve like a business. It is naturally following the ups and downs. The nature is ups and downs. Every business also ups and downs. If it's only short size time, then you'll just see on a graph, but otherwise ups and downs. So it's like that. But we had a very good group yesterday. And thank you all for joining. And before you go in, yes, Satisha, madam.
Yeah. Namaste. Good morning. Great afternoon and wonderful evening to all the masters. It's really wonderful listening to all the experiences every day. On behalf of Buddha Seva Quantum Foundation, I would like to thank all the donors who have contributed between 10th to 16th February. I'm announcing the names of the people who have contributed more than 5,000. Balamurugan Palaniswamy, Kamala Sampath, Krishna Swami R, Anita Shrivish and Vipin, Sridhar Saraswati, VVBS Mallikarjun Raju, Padmanjali Kaki, and Mohana. I also thank an anonymous donor who have contributed books to the youth session. I thank all the other donors who have contributed other amounts too. Friends, I would like to share a quote of Kathy Kevin. She was a former president and executive chief officer of United Nations Foundation. She says, giving is not just about making a donation, it is about making a difference. We at Buddha Seva Quantum Foundation are committed to make a difference in everyone's life. We are rapidly expanding, and our goal is to make breath mindfulness meditation a daily habit in everyone's life. I request all of you to join hands in spreading this to everyone and giving a transformed life. And you can become a volunteer, an active volunteer. You can contribute your time and technology energies for expanding our activities. And you can contribute to this noble cause by visiting www.buddhasevo.org/donate. And You can also sponsor our second magazine, the second issue of our magazine, to your friends and relatives and acquaintances. We have an option over there. You can also contribute in one time and also can become a monthly contributor. Really, this monthly contribution, whatever is the amount, really helps us to plan our activities in advance. Please be a part of this noble cause. We have a QR code for your easy, for your flexibility. We will be sharing this our QR code in all our WhatsApp groups. So please make use of that. Thank you all. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Anusha. Anusha Madam is an amazing master doing many things. Every woman has incredible amount of power. Everyone has an incredible amount of power. She can be a perfect example for those who has to take care of home, take care of finances for a company, and then also take care of doing the service finances for a non-profit foundation, and also can go and teach to a family, a community, and also go and do a book club, and then also many, many things simultaneously. We respect and salute all women masters who are so holistic, who want to bind. When we're talking about emotional intelligence, we must talk about the feminine energy, who are always binding people together, who are always wanting people to come together, not divide them. All strategies are required, but that the feminine energy, when something is too much, when this domination is too much, when the exploitation is too much, ego is too much, then that is driven through a masculine energy to be separate and then experience life. But we need something that unites. That's feminine energy, which is then part of in each of us. Meditation is balancing these. Men have more masculine, women have more feminine. Everybody has both. Everybody has both. One has more of this, another has more of feminine, another has more of masculine. To experience life, we need to have our individuality, separateness, our own experience, to discover ourselves. That's masculine energy. But then we also need to very quickly, after finishing an experience, become one. Drop the difference. Drop that ego. Doesn't matter, whatever that is. We are separate momentarily to experience ourselves, but the next moment we become one with the whole. That holistically thinking about it, always bringing things together. There are so many conflicts at workplace. Very rarely a woman employee would say, yes, go, just let's have them that way and then we'll be doing this way. Very rarely you will see that. It is okay, that has happened. So let's come back and then see. This is typical of a response of a person who has got more feminine energy. But meditation is balancing both. And so the mark of Women's Day, we were happy that some of our team members are putting together, led by Lawrence, Latha Madam and Lakshmi Madam, and many of them are putting together a program, 11-day Women's Day program, starting from this Saturday, not this Saturday, 26th, Saturday the 26th, 11-day program to experience meditation. So those of you, please do bring, because they've charted out many topics, starting from art of asking, gaining freedom, thinking, taking time for yourself, avoiding that guilt consciousness, being trapped in that guilt, to and many more things that are typical because of the environment. If there is a girl child at home, everybody bullies her. It must be many people. Everyone bullies the girl child by default. Oh, you can't do this. Oh, physically, what can you do? Or you just go and help mom. I'm going to take care. Brother bullies. Parents knowingly, unknowingly bully in the sense that they say physically not. And why are you going? And a brother can go out in the night, but then a girl cannot go. Daughter cannot go. Many things. And so generally, you're bringing up of an environment where you're by default conditioned to feel that there is a limitation of being women, and then naturally it seems to have percolated into the corporate offices, where it is puzzling to know that only 8% are there in the boardrooms. Only 8% women in the boardrooms. Thankfully, IT made it equal, 50-50, not in the boardrooms, but at least in the employment. Information technology. But I'm sure the more evolution happens, the more we are naturally seeking equality. Naturally, it should be natural. It cannot be something new or something extra you have to do to bring the inclusion and the diversity. That should not become an extra effort, but it is going to turn to every meditator. You're looking from a talent, not from a biased talent view. And if someone is intelligent, we'll definitely hire a woman employee more, because then they are enabling a great team. They're absolutely enabling a great team. And that empathy is, by definition, is built into feminine energy. Empathetic. So we were talking about, so before I conclude, so it'll be an opportunity to introduce Buddhasya Quantum Foundation Meditation, which is going to be this 11-day program. Introduce it. I'm sure the flyers will be out shortly to as many of your colleagues. And then women will be speaking every day, introducing a topic, their experience, and then culminating that with the Women's Day program on March 8th. Send us your recommendation in case you feel somebody is doing an empowering work as a woman showing an example. We'll be happy to invite them for the program on March 8th to present and speak and inspire others. Talking about emotional intelligence, just want to bring this. Yesterday, this is an important element of how we understand relationships, this cycle. Starting with awareness, everything starts with awareness. We talked about it. From awareness, we are then, because we are confident, now we're no longer bursting out emotions. Instead of expressing, we are acting, we're choosing a response consciously. So we gain a lot of confidence. People who commented on us before our behavior now no longer say that, hey, you're a changed person. I really like when you stayed cool, even though the other person is poking at you, in that review, I knew that. So that builds us that confidence. We ourselves start liking us more. Awareness builds that self-love. The self-criticality goes away to understand, to self-worth. We start feeling like, okay, I am also can participate, be part of it. And I no longer just vent out my angers, frustrations. I no longer get too attached to something. I'm more conscious. I'm no longer putting my people to trouble, just like that. Just because, I got some fear inside. If I say no to my boss, then it's going to really impact my career. So I no longer do that. So I'm more aware and providing a better response. Awareness. To expression, once you gain the confidence, you start expressing beautifully. Positive pressure is a word. Positive pressure. Put pressure in asking for what we want. So from self-expression, we inspire. inspiration. So the more we are expressing, what happens? What does that expression mean? The more we are asking for what we want. We all don't like the job at some point. We don't like the role. We want to change the role, and then we always must look to align our interest with the role that we're taking, the responsibility we're taking. Our interest must be fulfilled. Otherwise, we'll be doing a job instead of not doing that energy work there. When you do a job as job, then of course we are draining energy. In the concept of increasing energy activities, one of them is to constantly align the work to the goal, to what is our deep interest. So if you're looking at a new role, new position, new thing, so ask for it. That confidence will come and then get aligned. Or be ready to shift from one department to another. Many times we don't do is not because of lack of opportunity, is lack of courage. We are too happy in the comfort zone that we are there. And the lack of courage is there because we are too much in the survival. We would have put ourselves into so much trouble with 10 EMIs. Maybe, I don't know. I don't think I've come across some 10 EMIs, but sure 3-4 EMIs. And so there is so many EMIs, you have no room to play a little bit of this way, that way. And say, if I go there, I have to prove myself, and then I know what happens, that boss will stay or not. And then we just relax. And this is life is going, chalne do aisa. 20 saal ke baad, it is the same thing, like that executive from Vietnam is giving an example. He said, Chandra, I don't want to travel because now I just realized another 6 months my daughter is going out of home. That's it. When she's gone home, she's gone. And I've not got to spend a little bit of time also with her. So far, I've been busy running behind this one and this one. We must experience, don't take me wrong, we must experience life to the full, but don't get carried away and attach and then lose other things that you feel are equally important. Or when you go back after 10 years, 20 years, look back, this is what Patriji told me. I asked him, one of the days, Sar is lovely that way that he keeps going and visiting everyone's home when he travels. So he used to come to our home regularly, Patriji. So one of the nights when we were just doing work, in those days I used to help out. Always been doing good writing. So for Pyramid Valley, the whole brochures, writing of any kind, communication, I used to write. So one of the days I was just getting him review. He goes into so much detail, right? He goes into so much detail. Every letter he'll correct 10 times. So because he feels that what we write is lasts forever. So the communication of it must be very, very as good and as powerful in words as possible, as less redundant as possible. And so he's correcting. So that time I was asking him, Sir, how do you keep your schedule so tight back to back? You're always doing something. And he was waking up at 7 o'clock, and then your day goes till 12, 1. Sometimes I've seen him 2, then he'll sleep. Then he said, Chandra, I love what I do. Even now he says, he loves to travel. That's part of his love. And he loves to teach. I love what I do. I love to travel and then meet people and then connect with them and teach. And I don't know if tomorrow exists for me. So I want to do whatever that I can do today. So that when I look back 10, 20, 30 years after, when I look back and say, yeah, I should have done that. No, I lived in that area, but did I ever go and then connect with them? I should have done that. Yeah, gosh, I didn't do it. I don't want to come back to that position at all to regret. That I should have is a regret. I want to keep my life full with what I love so that when I look back, I always feel that I had done it to my core desire, to the core fulfillment, contentment. So that thing, that live as if today is the last day, actually, it gives so many messages. One is clearly telling me that prioritize. If you think of something, you want to do something, do it now. prioritize. So when we are doing self-expression, the self-expression is saying, I'm here and now. I'm not delaying what I want for the future because of several situations that I set myself up. Instead, ask for it. It requires us to gain that confidence and strength that I'm taken care. And for meditators, it is bound to come because we understand. Last week we understood manifestation. You create your reality. You create with your goals, visions, and targets. You are creating. The more you dream about it with feeling, you're creating it. So when we experience that manifestation little by little, we then gain the confidence automatically. So we are not fearful of asking for a change into what we want. And we take the change. And so when we start taking the change, we start getting what we like to have. When we start getting what we like to have, that job, sometimes the job role may not offer what we want, but then they're always interested, you want to pursue. I'm good at teaching, but I took an accountant role because I need to support my family. But I'm very good at teaching. I always loved teaching. The accountant role is just a back-end job, right? I don't give me an opportunity to teach at all. But why not? You take time to go and then teach into a college, become an associate professor. Readily they give, we have equal amount of degree and experience. I know several people do that. The opportunities are there. We just have to see that way. So you go and teach naturally. So you are aligning yourself towards what you love. And so automatically, when we do what we love, then we gain energy. We don't deplete our energy. When we do what we don't like regularly, then we're depleting our body energy. So when we start expressing what we want at workplace, then we're aligning to what we love to do. And then we do that, automatically we are more inspired. Our efforts no longer are imposed by somebody else and say, hey, do this. Instead, we inspire ourselves to do it. We automatically go with a plan to our manager and say, this is what I plan to achieve. We take control of our life, dear friends. That's really what's happening. It's a natural reaction. And so the more we are enjoying our work, the more we are inspiring others. But the more when we start liking what we do, slowly, it'll come to a point where you recognize that I am drawing every situation to my life. And so you start liking whatever is given to you. Initially, you ask for what you like and then do that, and slowly start liking what is given to you. So you do what you like initially to like what you do. It switches automatically. If I get my 1 hour of music practice, and then if I get my weekend, a friendly concert with my friends, I'm filled with so much joy and happiness that the rest of the day, I'm ready to power myself to do it. My household core every day, chores every day I have to do, I'll do it. The moment I take time for myself and then doing that deep-rooted thing of going and then meeting my old friends. Take time. Do it before you realize it's too late. It's going to happen. Self-expression is going to naturally come. So then, because of the expression, dear friends, then we are liking, we become inspirers. We inspire others. We like and we find opportunities in everything we do. A salesman was hired, graduate salesman, youngster came in, and that city where he is there is hired as a journalist. I'm talking about a newspaper agency, a newspaper company. So he's hired as a journalist, and in the city where there is a port. And so there is a new ship that came and docked there. And so he's got the opportunity. The management says, okay, the ship got docked there, so let's send a junior person. But then they just want somebody to cover. Go and cover. Independence Day celebrations are happening. So the new ship there, so the Navy there, or the port authorities wanted to celebrate Independence Day on the ship. So the morning, all the journalists apparently get in the morning or evening before that, what is your work going to be, which event you want to cover, so they all want to go. So he's gone there. And then when he's gone there, suddenly it started raining.
now it started raining. So when it's gone there, they discovered this new ship has a hole. The new ship has developed a hole, and so the water is coming. So this salesman gone there, naturally when there is a technical challenge, and so the authorities have called off the Independence Day celebration. They couldn't be risking, right, naturally. Now, day has passed to an extent, and so this journalist, the young journalist, was very, very sad. He's just looking very despair because he could not really get Independence Day covered. And this is while other reporters are just finishing up the touches. It was the end of the day. Some of them come a little early to so that they can finish and go. So they're finishing their stories for the day. Independence Day here, there, everything. So one journalist asked, "Hey, why are you like this? What happened? Today's the first day." He said, I went for this celebration to that ship, and there the authorities have cancelled because they developed a technical snag, and as well as they're busy repairing it, and then the hole is, what is the technical? There's a hole, so water is coming in, so they discovered it. Then this reporter immediately ran. He said, "Wow, you got the best story in town. What are you doing? You got the best story in town to go and then cover a snag in the ship, which is has a sunken hole, so you're not even covering. There must be enough activity there." So he goes there, runs, and then immediately picks the opportunity to cover how they are plugging it. It's not common, right, to have holes in ships. So he goes there and then brings that news out and then makes this a popular story. The point is that we have a choice. When we are inspiring, we start liking everything we do. We start finding opportunities in everything we do when we start liking things. When we don't like things, we start finding faults in everything we do. We just find gaps in things we do. I'd like to hear the stories from you in case those of you who are regulars practicing meditation, now how meditation is changing the way you look at things. What lens are we looking at it? What colored lens do you have? Finding faults to finding newness in it. What is new in my interaction today or yesterday with my same colleagues at the coffee table? Are we finding the new stories? Is there a new angle to it? Are the same lens every day when we're at the table? Discussing about property, discussing about how price appreciates, or how traffic is bad, how metro is blocking roads everywhere. Is that what mostly occupies the conversation? So with self-expression, we get inspired as we start liking things to do. We start finding opportunities for every little thing. And then, first of all, we are happily doing things. So when we do happily things, then we inspire others. We naturally become inspiration to others, right? You are not complaining. You are taking. You are saying, you see a big picture of why you are happy because at the end of the day, you're going to go for that thing that you really like, whatever that passion is. Or you're already aligned in your day-to-day work, and so you're very happy in doing. So you're not complaining, number one, first thing. And then you are readily taking it quietly, going into the detail, working hard. So that becomes an inspiration to the colleagues naturally. We become inspiration. Every meditator is becoming an inspiration where they're going into the detail, they're happily doing what they're given to do. There is a word to it. You become manager's delight. You know what that means? You become manager's delight. As an individual, a manager's delight is somebody who is just proactively planning and doing things where manager doesn't have to continue to come and then ask, where are you with this? We're more proactive. We're more proactive in going back and then telling where we are. We don't wait for someone to come and ask. Of course, when you become manager's delight, everything has to fall through, right? Very easy. So we become inspiration. So others are we spreading that joy, love there. We're spreading that energy there. More importantly, in work, we're spreading that energy. Empathy. So when we are doing this, dear friends, people start coming to us. When we inspire in whatever we are doing by ourselves, first it's all about us, gaining the self-worth, asking for what we really like to have, whether it's work at home, asking, standing up for what we want, and so become happy in the process, because us it shall be given. Only when we intend, then are we sending that signal and emotion. Then when we ask for it with feelings, not mechanically, expressing why it's important, and so then automatically it's coming to us, so we're happy and we're inspiring. If you love to go and then do cooking when mom asks, you have to change that. Change that menu to something you like to do, and then you like it. A help that we require at home, as opposed to doing as a mere household chore, right? We change this. We all have done it in COVID time. So now we like to mop floors. No longer it is tough for anybody. If required. So as people start coming to us, when we are inspiring, so definitely people come to you, want to spend time with you. It is because the inspiration is coming from an underlying energy that you are sending as a vibration. All of us have a vibration reaching to a few meters away, and then your talk, it's there. Energy is non-local, non-linear. So people come to you, and people come to you, they come with all kinds of, first thing is half the problem is solved when we give a landing gear. If we can listen to somebody else's story, then it heals them and heals the other person both. Out of speaking, when you share, you heal. We know that. When you let out, essentially when you're sharing, you let out everything that we're holding. You must share. So we give that ear patiently. People come to us, and then so you give that time, basically give the time. And when you start hearing the stories, then you recognize and say, hey, how lucky I am. How lucky I am that the compliance that I always had, oh, my husband is not spending time. You just talk about it. You will say the other person, my husband is not even there in a home for a week. Okay, so I at least get to see my husband or my spouse. Why only husband? Let me say the spouse. And less often asking that I'm not spending time with my spouse. So when we listen to others, our problems become smaller because we see that problems are there with everybody. I bet if you take a survey, everybody will, exceptions are always there, friends. There are always exceptions. Leave the exceptions out. But everybody will have something or the other. For some, how to pay my third EMI is a problem. What to do, but it's a problem created. It is a problem still. For some, why this VP is not listening to me is a problem. It is big enough because if I'm a career oriented, I'm really working for my promotion for the last 3 years. And then suddenly this VP comes in and then keeps on injecting and keeps on trying to point fingers at it. It is impacting me, my 3 years of work. It becomes a big problem, right? It may be a small thing for somebody else. It's a big thing for me because there's nothing small or big. Everything is equally important, depending on where we are. So everyone has a challenge. And then we start seeing and saying, okay, I'm lucky that I'm like this. We develop a great empathy for people, dear friends. We develop empathy, significant empathy. For empathy is not expressing sympathy. Empathy is understanding where they are, each individual in their own state. Sympathy is where basically sympathizing other individual. If you look at other individual as divine consciousness, you now sympathize because they're equally as capable as you. Sympathy is saying that somebody is lesser, weaker. Empathy is understanding that they're going through a certain level of evolution, certain level of experience. I've been also there in the past in that situation. So I'm sure, and then giving them the wishes that they will come through it. It'll inspire, it'll increase their self-worth Just by not sympathizing with somebody, it'll increase the self-worth. When you sympathize with sympathy, then you are bringing the self-worth down. So please never sympathize with beggars. It's just a role they've taken. We understand law of karma, we understand this. It's just a role they've taken. Everybody's taking their own roles. Never sympathize with disabled. Oh, poor thing, ayyo. So when you make these comments, they feel, but they have extra sensory perception. They have differently able. A lot of times they have special abilities, special powers. They recognize and help them use those powers, but not sympathize unless they make comments which pull them down. In public places, when you see somebody, talk to them like a normal person and then give them that extra support. By talking to them, their self-worth increases. They feel more confident. If you can help, help. If not, at least not have these comments on them. So we become very empathetic in understanding. So we stop expecting explanations. We allow imperfections to happen at work. We are a manager, people come a little late. Every day coming late is a different thing. Of course, there's a discipline issue. But one day coming late, we immediately understand, okay, I too had a challenge at my home. Many things happen, right? Some argument last night carries into the next day, and then so the morning you have, or you're driving fast with that thinking, suddenly somebody cuts onto you, and then it becomes more aggravated, you come to work, and first thing you see somebody coming late to your stand-up meeting, what's called agile meeting, huh? I forget the terminology now. So they come to the stand-up meeting in the morning, and then somebody is not there, so we get mad. But recognize that things do happen. We develop empathy and say, I've been there, I understand it. So we're putting ourselves in the other shoe and understanding from their perspective, things do happen, allow imperfection to happen. Youngster, a fresher, with a lot of enthusiasm, if they come and then give you a new report or something, it'll have some issues. We're more empathetic, understanding, okay, this youngster, we see the positive side, he's done the best. So it's okay to live with the failure, because I was the one in the first place given that assignment to them. If I am the one who's given the assignment, how can I be so harsh on them, knowing fully, and we forget their weaknesses and strengths, knowing fully as we're given. So we must accept responsibility equally than to just go harsh on people who are doing mistakes, maybe first time or a second time. There's always an opportunity that must be given, right? But if somebody is repeating regularly without learning is when we ask. They are basic things. But the thing is lack of presence, lack of awareness. Not that none of us knew about it. There's a lack of awareness causes us to just go harsh on them. But allowing imperfections to happen leads to a lot of creativity. If you go harsh and say, how can you do this? And more so in public, obviously people are just withdrawing back and say, okay, they want something, let me just give it, mechanical. He just does not like anything different, so let's just give it this way. And they become mechanical. As a leader, we must allow imperfections to happen. But tell you what, a regular meditator and a meditative leader will find the skill and new skill of identifying the core strength of every individual very quickly. Identifying the core strength of a team member. If the member is very good at presentation, very good at making beautiful slides, very good at writing the spec sheet, they are very good at identifying and are able to ask them to take that thing. So you can identify. It comes naturally to you in identifying the strength of individuals, so utilize them appropriately. The role may be something. You can always ask them to stand up to the raise to the occasion and do that extra work. But you are able to identify. And once you become empathetic and understanding, so allow imperfection to happen. The other side, you would not worry about it because you're already spotting the right people for right roles. So they are going to be less and less challenging. There are a lot of benefits of introducing meditation to your team. That's what I had done. When the company did not take fully, Lawrence introduced to her team and introduced to my team to begin with. And if few people meditate and then a few people became meditators, that is sufficient to sort of start having that culture coming into others. When I was leaving IBM, there is when you are in VP, which is a pretty senior role, then you have to give a huge transitioning. And because you're also holding a large business, you have to do a huge transitioning, right? And so in the transitioning time, so one of the sales VPs who came in so we were setting up meetings. When you transition over, so always in wherever that we have gone, you always want to enable your team fully that they are able to carry the work forward. That's when you're totally free, right? We enable the team members fully, not a little bit, but enable it fully so that you are completely free from it. Neither with even the thought of, oh, if Chandra is there, I would have got no. Even the very thought of it will influence you back. You don't want any baggage of influence also by team members. Everybody's influencing the other. So you want to enable them fully. So we set up some of those meetings. This VP is visiting. And so I set up those meetings for him to sort of do a whole day review. He's a very nice chap. I really like him. I'm very grateful to him for being a core enabler first in a way to fulfill my dreams in the acquiring, and so his voice mattered. But then everybody has weaknesses. So he was visiting. And so there are whole day meetings where my team and I'm supposed to participate in that whole day reviews. And it is a transitioning out meeting. So my intention is to make my team speak and then present to him as if, which I would otherwise do normally, and make them present. Clearly, I set them up, and then everybody is given what they can present, and then nicely give that confidence that, yes, they can take it forward. In startups, the founders, then main technologists have a lot of, the team depends a lot on them, right? And when you have smaller teams, they depend a lot. So it is always that worry. And this technology has almost $1 billion in business that is bettered. And so you want to make sure that there is enough skill that stays motivated enough. So that is the idea here. And so we're to present, we set up meetings. But that morning he called me for breakfast in his hotel. So I went there. He told me on my face, Chandra, I don't want you to join my meetings today. I am still in the system. This team I own for the next 2 months still. But they told me, I don't want you to join my meetings because I feel if you are there, they all be biased or they all will not open up and then talk in front of you. And they'll only present the rosy picture. They'll not talk about things that are not right because they like you so much they don't want to comment it. But he had the courage to speak in front of on my face. I felt momentarily, I was, of course, a little mad momentarily, but I felt he missed on a great opportunity to use me, utilize me. He only saw from the other side that every person who's going off is going to be selfish to try to take away talent or try to make things, they don't put their effort and energy fully. So let's just do away with them quickly. This is a sad culture, but it is there. Companies must change, right? When employees are about to leave, then we just almost leave them out completely. The same employee must have been excellent, but then leave them out completely and then not bother about taking any of their inputs or anything for the last 2-3 months. Of course, a lot of it is driven because the leaving employees also behave that way. I'm plugging out. But then, of course, if you are integral, then we are there working till the last minute. And we're integral, then and if you are looking to have your own growth, then you want to completely let go in a way that you don't get disturbed by them, even in the thought. So you want to rightfully do the transfer fully. You will not do that if your brother is there, suppose your close friend is there, you will enable that close friend fully because you want the close friend to succeed after you leave. So you enable that person fully. The same thing we want to apply to everybody so that you want everyone to succeed fully. That's our meditator mind. But he missed an opportunity thinking that if I am there, I'm going to stifle, you're going to make it difficult for him. So he asked me to stay away. Although momentarily I'm mad, I said, sure, no problem. But very important for me to see that my team is capable and equally present. When I understood that, yes, they are very capable. They're very capable. intelligent, smart people. And so they are definitely going to present and then make meaningful for him. I said, fine. That's fine. I'll just stay away to the meetings. And so that morning I came in, I told my team, called the key directors and told them, hey, look, he prefers this way, so I'm not joining. They were mad. They said, no way, I'm not going to go into this meeting if you're doing this. How can we not have you in presenting what we are doing and then how this transition is going to work? I said, relax. It's fine. This is what he feels. But let's understand from his perspective, right? Whatever that is, there is insecurity. That is also there, as a new person, you come in, other peers feel insecure. If you have a little voice, if you have, little extra thing, you feel always compared with others and feel insecure, especially they're the peers. So that insecurity also always sensed. In meetings, it would show up ever since I came in. So with the insecurity, then you're passing, comments, and sometimes you're not in the meetings because you feel insecure. So all of that is sensed. I said, when there is insecurity, he will not be able to carry this meeting well. So let him feel powerful. That's fine. You guys can present it. You go with it. Don't push me to come into the meeting, because I still had my decision to decide, because I was the one who organized the meeting, not him. So developing this situations like this where I could easily said, you're just talking rubbish. But then instead, allowing the other person to have it, as long as, the job is getting done. That's all I care. The job is getting done. If the work is getting done, it does not matter whether it happens through you or me. There's another thing we learn with meditation at workplace. You are responsible, but somebody is already doing it. You feel happy because suddenly they freed up the time for you. And so you can do extra time in another half an hour meditation, if nothing. I read book of Robin Sharma, The Saint, the Surfer and the CEO. Beautiful book is there. Please read. Do many other things. If someone else is doing a work for various reasons, I've learned to embrace it, accept it, as long as they're doing the work well. But if they're not doing work well, then you go and question them, hey, why are you coming into my boundary? But if somebody is ready to do it, give it. Because ultimately you want the work to be done, whether it's through you or through somebody else, how does it matter? Through me means that now I'm seeking my ego to be satisfied. And a lot of times when this hierarchical management is not there, more flat management is there these days in companies. And so everybody is reaching out to everyone else readily and then getting work done. But it is fine. Collectively, things are getting done. Your manager is finding the talent and getting done. And then only look objectively, is my work getting done? Because I have a purpose to live in the company, right? The purpose to live is, maybe I wanted to earn money. So only company does well, I can get more money. Purpose to live is, I want to make my product successful, so I get better, bigger opportunities that everybody has to come together. So the moment you align to a purpose of why you're in a company, then you stop playing for your little mind, or the little politics, or the little ego self. Then we scuttle others. We don't do it. So dear friends, empathy is to allowing others to do things, allowing imperfections to happen, and then be in their shoe, and then giving them the chance, not go after them. We become highly empathetic. And with all of this, we are natural leaders. We are naturally giving solutions. First thing for meditators happening is, how do I help others? How many of you feel that way? I'm keen to hear. How many of you feel, you can say yes, that when you are challenged with a situation where you need to do, but your friend is also, a colleague is asking for help. How many of you felt an instantaneous reaction to go and then help them and then come back to help yourself? Enabling others, enable yourself, both are required. How many of you feel it? Say yes there if you feel that you came to a situation where you also have to work, but you took that extra time, first help the other person, enable them, and then came back to do your work. How many of you felt? Anybody there who is doing it at workplace already? How many of you are now actively taking initiative? Everybody complains, oh, this process is so killing me. This process is killing me. But now how many of you take that initiative? Let's go and then talk to the management to simplify the process. If you're doing it, say yes. There. We're good to know. Okay, wonderful. There's many are coming. We take initiative. We become natural leaders. Every meditator becomes a natural leader because they're exhibiting their energy, they're more proactive, they're inspiring. So automatically the energy is there, so people come together with you. You are taking proactively things. You're seeking solution, not finding faults. So we engage more. That's the last one. So we inspire, we're empathetic, and we engage more. When we engage more, of course, we are multiplying. We're becoming more efficient, multiplying experiences. Now, all of this is happening through meditation, starting with that awareness, dear friends. Workplace is a great place to form these friendships. And the lasting friendships can happen by having reciprocation with the other people. So we must look to find opportunities to introduce meditation. I know that a lot of times questions will come, hey, I'm one-sided. My team members don't reciprocate that way. If you believe in your attempts, your thoughts and feelings create reality over a period of time, then you continue to do this. Change will come. Either you will get placed into a team which is more reciprocative to your thoughts and feelings, your energy, vibration, or the team will change. One of these two will happen. We have to continue to pursue it. But in order to pursuing the change, we must pursue to introduce meditation. It is not a taboo. Search Inside Yourself is a course by Google in the company. We have the book also called Search Inside Yourself. It's a great company. It's just growing. Meditation is not a taboo, as you know by now. So start talking about it. Establish the mindfulness communities. We can help in your company. But keep introducing, even to one person. One of the things I've done is we put up a schedule and said every Monday morning we'll do this, Monday lunchtime. And we've fixed one schedule, so in a conference room. Right? Sometimes only the HR would come join me. But it's okay. But at least one person is coming and then meditating, I'm happy. Sometimes the engineers come, but so many times only the HR would come. But the continuity is important. So maintain a schedule, have this like brown bag lunches, regularly doing something or the other. You have this meditation hour every week. Have that, so that reminds people that, okay, there is something called meditation, that I can benefit from it. If not today, tomorrow they'll come. Request Jagdish to conclude the session for today.
Good morning. Thank you very much for a wonderful session, Chandra, because I think this concept of carrying the people with you in whatever organization you are, working with them, trusting them, I think it's extremely important. There is a lot of, quite often, there's some kind of distrust of people, of subordinates in particular, and also a kind of mistrust on oneself when you don't succeed in taking your subordinates along with you. Understanding not only your subordinates, but even to help your staff all along, extremely important. One of the greatest, if you have retired, you will know this, one of the greatest gratification, satisfaction will receive from when your former staff or people will feel very happy to meet you and they show the gratitude to whatever they are today. What more do you want? Emotional intelligence, if you want to summarize in everything, in one word, it is called maturity. We talk a lot of maturity, but we don't understand what maturity means. On all these 5 factors that you spoke about, secular, emotional intelligence is in fact maturity. It's not acting through what is called as the limbic brain, the limbic part of it, where it's only reactive all the time, but it is through a process, probably even unconscious thinking that goes on the behind. And it will. In fact, maturity means you are not looking for instant gratification. Quite often we get frustrated with subordinates, but you're looking for immediate results. When you don't get it, then you get frustrated. In fact, in that book on emotional intelligence that Goleman, the whole thing became very popular thanks to Goleman's research. Till then, people thought in organizations especially that only in IQ is what results in your intelligence, which enables you to succeed in an organization. And one of the things that Goleman proved through his research was, he gave many of you may know about it, young school children, he conducted a test. He gave them, kept a bottle, he had some kind of meeting with his kids for some session, and kept a bowl of marshmallows. Marshmallows, candies, right? Roasted marshmallows. And he said, now each of you can take 2 of these right now and leave. Or those who are patient, I'll just go out and come back. You can just take 1 because I'll come back and in that second one, I'll give you something more. Some of them, of course, immediately wanted to go over. They just took 2 of marshmallows and went away. Then others waited, but then he deliberately delayed coming into the class. And so there are many more who waited and said, maybe it's not worth it. And they took the second marshmallow and went away. But subsequently, when it come late, and then he found there are a few people who waited, kids who waited till his coming, and they took the marshmallows from him. He studied their behavior, their growth over the next 20 years, 20 and odd years. And those people who, went for immediate gratification, those who took immediate 2 marshmallows, they were very poor in their life in terms of satisfaction and success. On the contrary, those who waited the very last minute, who could postpone gratification, were the ones who turned out to be very successful in several ways, not only in terms of their positions, in terms of their jobs, in terms of their satisfaction, in terms of family relationships, etc., etc. He proved this through an experiment. Immediate gratification can be, if it is postponed, if you postpone gratification, that is maturity. And that's what we are talking about all this time, right? Instead of immediately reacting, instead of expecting people to immediately do what you want, if you have the patience with them, if you understand with them. And one of the things I learned, thanks to Buddha CEO, is this is possible because when you realize, especially through this, when you are on that mode of meditation, that particular moment you are meditating, you get that feeling that you are in that total universe, the whole total consciousness. When you realize that you're all one, then you become that. You realize, yes, they're all one. We are as much as they are respected. And that is one of the most beautiful learnings. Thank you very much. And I hope I just expressed my feeling about this emotion. And it's a very, very important thing to every one of us to absorb that. It's not just the IQ that matters, it is the EQ. All the best.
Wonderful. Thank you, Jagdish, for the beautiful example there. Yes. That's an interesting experiment that he's done. But that whole book, Emotional Intelligence by Daniel Goleman, is a packed book. Like The Power of Subconscious Mind by Joseph Murray. This is another one which has come as a classic about 20 years ago, must be read. Thank you all, and have a wonderful day. Tomorrow we have Enlightenment Hour by Patriji. So 6:30, Patriji's Enlightenment Hour starts. So we'll start our session at 6 o'clock and then take it forward, whatever that we have scheduled for. Have a wonderful day.
I'm letting go of some things in my life to focus on better things. I wanna be a better me. I'm not gonna shed no more. tears at night. Moving on is a remedy. The past won't get the best of me. I won't cheat on my future with my past. Release the heavy weight off my back.
Just a
Let
little
the
the
pain
microphone.
go away, strain go away, rain wash away all my pain. I know if I was to grow.
Dear friends and masters, we have a book club starting shortly at 8:15 a.m.
Yes, please go ahead, Lakshmanatha madam.
Yes, sir. Yeah, today we have the book club with the track Autobiography of a Yogi. A good book is an event in your life. I am reading the book. I have just completed the book and I can now enjoy reading. Earlier, that was not the case.
Since the dawn of mankind, these questions remain unanswered. Are we alone in the universe? What is the meaning of life? Why am I still single? What is my wife thinking? So we decided to ask Gurudev everything on... Gurudev, the topic for the AGA is love, relationship, marriage. We have a bunch of...
Well, I am not experienced in this, let me tell you. The topic is hair
Well, we anyway went ahead and asked him everything on love.
How do I know that I have found my soulmate?
Marriage.
Gurudev, why aren't you married?
Relationships.
How to strike the perfect balance between mother and wife?
This is really a skill. Don't you have to pray to God to give you that skill?
Gurudev, what's better for our spiritual growth? Being married or being single?
Well, what is better is to be happy, whether married or single. You have people who are single and unhappy, that is not a nice thing. And you have people who are married and who are unhappy, that's also not a right thing. Whether you're single or married, doesn't matter. What is desirable is clarity of mind and purity of heart.
Gurudev, why aren't you married?
Well, I'm married to a thing called Art of Living. The organization which takes me around, it keeps me driving around the globe.
Gurudev, is there any such thing as a soulmate? If yes, how do I know that I have found my soulmate?
You first meet your soul, then you can find your soulmate also. When you yourself are in confusion, your mind is in a cloud all the time, you are over-ambitious and you are self-centered, then I tell you, you can't meet your soul. And if you have never met your soul, then soulmate is very far away.
Gurudev, is there any spiritual practice to attract the right person in our life?
If you are really spiritual, only right things get attracted to you.
Gurudev, how do I deal with rejection?
You should understand the people who reject anything or anybody, they are not so intelligent. The best way to deal with rejection is not recognize it. I know that they have not recognized the goodness in you. And rejection should be countered with pitying them. And also see how you can express yourself better.
Gurudev, friendship is comforting, it's emotional and long lasting. Passion is exciting, it's physical, it's sexual.